How's it going, everyone? My name's Brandorkian. Now let's get dorky. So there is a lot to talk about today, but first I want to thank Reversal so much, and to all of you who subscribed since Reversal's Shoutout. It's been amazing. Last night, I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. I got a notification on my phone that Reversal followed me back on Twitter. I followed him for quite some time since I've been a subscriber for a while, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. Reversal followed me back on Twitter. That's cool. That's really cool. But, I didn't think too much other than, cool, maybe one day I can contact him and see if he's going to be in New York or whatever, and we could do a collab or something. So, other than that, that was basically it. I went to bed, whatever. All of a sudden, I woke up in the middle of the night. Usually I wake up in the middle of the night because my dog has to go out, so I'll take him out. And I wake up and I grab my phone like I usually do, and I check my notifications, and they've blown up. Like, my phone is going crazy. And I'm like, wait, what just happened? So I see that Reversal actually shouted out my channel along with some of the other channels that I actually also shouted out. And I was like, what? Reversal? Like, that's incredible. He's one of the best Pokemon Go YouTubers out there, one of the biggest ones out there, and in my opinion, definitely one of the ones who is the most genuine, who doesn't use clickbait, and who actually, has good content, and, in spite of not using clickbait, gets a lot of views and has a lot of subscribers. So it was incredible to actually have been shouted out by him. So I watched his video, and I have to say thank you so much to Reversal. I have contacted him on Twitter and thanked him on that, and obviously commented on his video, but thank you so much to Reversal. And for all of you who have come from Reversal and who have subscribed to me because of his shout out, thank you so much. It means so much. I finally broke 1,000 subscribers because of this. I've been on YouTube for a little over a year now, and there are days where it can be a little depressing that I still haven't broken 1,000 subscribers, and obviously I want to keep on going and keep on pushing through, but the fact that all of a sudden I went from one night having, 870 subscribers, just not really thinking too much of it, or not even 770 subscribers actually, and just not even really thinking too much about it, it's just another day, to then all of a sudden waking up to over 1,000 subscribers, I can't even tell you how amazing that feels. And for all of you for coming and for supporting this channel, thank you so much again, and I hope that you stick around and you enjoy the future content of this channel, which there will be a lot. So I'm going to get into that a little bit real quick. I haven't posted in over a week, and the reason for that is I've been off for this week, basically. Not off from work, I do still work full-time, but I wanted to take a little bit of a break. The event for Pokemon Go has ended, and there hasn't really been any new announcements or anything too crazy to discuss, so I didn't feel like now was a time where I really had to continuously post every day. I was okay with taking a little bit of a break. I needed to take a little bit of a break. I wanted to spend some time with my wife and my family. YouTube does take up a lot of time, especially when you do have a full-time job. To have a full-time job and then also record every day and edit videos, there's not a lot of time to spend with my family and not a lot of free time, so I wanted to make sure that I had some free time, and I did mean to do a video on this and discuss before I, took a little break. Hey, I'm going to take a little break, but don't worry, I'll be back, and I wasn't able to. Every time I was like, okay, I actually recorded one, and every time I was going to edit it and post it, something came up and we were going to go do something, and I didn't want to take that time to take a little bit of a break, but videos will be resuming starting today. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue vlogging every single day. If you are new here, you might not know, but basically my vlogs are very, very similar. They're all have the same setup. I go to work every day, so in the morning I have, a little setup for the day, like, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is what happened over the night, or what happened last night after the vlog, and then I go into lunchtime after I get about an hour break for lunch, so I'll walk around and I'll try and catch some Pokemon in the local park and stuff, and I'll do a little vlogging there, and then obviously when I get home I'll do the outro and basically tell you if anything happened in between that time. And that's basically the setup of the vlogs, and that happens every single day because I do have a full-time job. So that does get repetitive. Now I've tried to, change it up a lot. Like last time I did the 8 lures and all that stuff, and I tried to really give something new in every video, even though there was at the same place, they were all at the same place, and there really wasn't much to change, much to show that was different. It's always me driving to work, me driving home, so there hasn't been too much of a change. Now I really wanna to vlog, but I can't, you know, not work. I have to obviously support my family. So I need to be able to work and still also do YouTube. And with the vlog setup, I don't want it to get repetitive. I don't want it to get boring. And it seems like, to me at least, that it has been starting to get boring. And I know there's a ton of new eyes on it. And if you haven't seen a lot of my older videos, it might still be new and fresh to you. So what my plan is to prevent it from getting too stale. I'm not going to vlog every single day. There will be a video pretty much every single day. And maybe once or twice a week, I'll take a break from videos so I can spend some time with my family. But probably like Saturday and Sunday. But I do want to still record videos every day, especially with Pokemon Go stuff, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of more events and hopefully more Gen 2 coming soon. Now, when Gen 2 does come, I am going to go into New York City and do a vlog in New York City because it's a great spot. Central Park is amazing for Pokemon, so I will be doing that, and I will be doing some more vlog stuff when Gen 2 comes out. But until that time, to prevent it from being too repetitive, I want to do other Pokemon Go videos, maybe focusing on tips and focusing on some of that stuff, and less vlog stuff, because when I focus on the vlogs, it's hard for me to think about other stuff to do for the channel in terms of Pokemon Go and other videos. So I'm still going to do vlogs probably a couple times a week, but I don't think I'm going to do it every single day a week so I can focus on some other things as well. However, if you guys are new and I get an overwhelming amount of comments saying we want you to continue the vlogs, then I probably will continue the vlogs, because if that's what you guys actually like to watch, whether it's repetitive or not, then I'm okay with it. But I do want to kind of prevent it from getting too repetitive to the point where nobody wants to watch anymore because they know exactly what's basically going to happen in that vlog. So that's basically it for why I've been kind of gone for a while, and why, if you've just subscribed, you saw that my most recent post was a week ago. However, again, I want to thank you for subscribing, and I hope you stick around for the future content and the future vlogs. Again, they won't be as frequent unless I get an overwhelming, you know, kind of comments saying that you guys want them. But of course, until Gen 2 comes out, then I probably will do them daily again. However, so that's basically it for that. And for the 1,000 milestone, it's incredible. I don't really know what to do for it because I didn't really expect to hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone so soon. Again, last night I went to bed at 770 subscribers or whatever, and just didn't think that I was gonna wake up the next day and be over 1,000. So I'm not really sure. If you guys have any ideas for what you want me to do for 1,000 subscriber milestone, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely, you know, figure out something between, you know, what you guys comment, and see if you guys have any fun ideas that I can do for kind of a celebration for the 1,000 milestone. Now, before I end this video, I wanted to go into something that Reversal actually covered himself, but I'm going to go into kind of my take on this. So since basically 3 or 4 months ago, I found out this way to hatch eggs without actually having to move, without getting kilometers, without actually having to do anything. So Reversal did cover this in his video, and I'm just going to go into basically how you can set it up. So you can skip this part if you have seen his video already, but I will show you kind of how I take, you know, get my kilometers without walking. So first I'm going to show you what happened last night. Last night, not only did I get an awesome amount of subscribers, but I actually got, if you look into my journal here, I actually walked almost 12 kilometers last night while I was asleep. So what happened was, as you can see here, through the Porygon found a candy, you can actually see this. I only had 2 eggs, which kind of sucked, but that Onyx that hatched was in a 10-kilometer egg that only had 1 kilometer on it when I fell asleep. As you can see, it did end up hatching at 1:41 in the morning last night, and I got multiple Porygon, you know, finding a candy, which is 3 kilometers per candy found. So that's pretty awesome. And currently, Porygon has already 0.8, and I haven't done anything today other than keep my phone in the exact same place. So I'm going to go into how did I do it? How did I get almost 12 kilometers by doing nothing, by sleeping? So first, what you want to do if you're on an Android device, I'm not really sure how to do it on an iPhone or anything like that. I do plan on getting one eventually. My dad has one right now that he will eventually no longer need, so hopefully I'll be able to grab that from him, and I can kind of use that as a way to have iPhone and Android devices covered in videos. But for now, we're going to go through the Android version. So to get that, what you want to do is you want to go into your settings up at the top, or wherever it is on your phone. And now the best thing to do is to go into your developer options. Now there are other ways to get through this, get to this. It depends on what kind of phone you have and what your setup is. But if you don't really know how to get to these options, or you don't really know how to go to these settings and change these settings that I did on my phone, because it's a little bit different on yours, just search it on Google and I guarantee you'll be able to find right away how to get to these settings. So what you want to do is, once you get onto the developer options, you want to turn them on if they're off. And then what you want to do is you want to turn on stay awake. You can see up here at the top right now, it says screen will never sleep while charging. Now it still will sleep eventually if it's no longer charging, because the phone doesn't want to just die very quickly by keeping the screen on. But as long as you have your phone plugged in, the screen will never turn off. So that means you can have Pokemon Go running on at all times. So you could do this with the Pokemon Go Plus and still get kilometers, and then your screen could be off. However, the Pokemon Go Plus, if you have one, it does disconnect after a while. My Pokemon Go Plus will disconnect probably after at least an hour or two, if not even sooner than that. So it doesn't work if you want to keep it up all night. So that's basically it. You go into your developer options, you keep it awake. Then you want to go into your location. So basically this is your GPS and stuff like that. Now, what Reversal said was turn it on GPS only. That means it prevents it from using Wi-Fi or any other kind of setup, so that it's harder for your GPS to be tracked, so you kind of walk around a little bit more. It can't really find you. However, when I put it on GPS only or power saving mode, the GPS just doesn't work for Pokemon Go. The phone might be able to find it. It might work on Google Maps, but Pokemon Go refuses to accept it. So what I do is I keep it on high accuracy mode, and it actually still works really well. So by keeping it on high accuracy mode, it actually still has the GPS connected. I can still walk around in it. It doesn't say, oh, GPS disconnected, and then nothing counts. But what I make sure is there's an improve accuracy tab. Now, not all phones have this, but my phone does, and I think there are other ways to get to these settings in the phones that don't have this improve accuracy setting. But I made sure to shut off Wi-Fi scanning and Bluetooth scanning. Wi-Fi scanning was on automatically, whereas Bluetooth scanning you have to turn on yourself. But I shut off Wi-Fi scanning because what it does is it tries to connect to the Wi-Fi to boost your GPS signal to make it easier to find. When that's on, the character is exactly where it needs to be. It doesn't walk, it doesn't wander at all. It knows, the GPS knows exactly where you are, and it's not going to move. So by shutting that off, it can't use the Wi-Fi to find where your location is. So it's still kind of relying on the GPS only, even though it's set to high accuracy mode. So this is kind of a way to get around that. Once you do that, now this is the part that Reversal didn't cover. He said you can put tinfoil on it, and you can put some stuff around your phone to kind of mess with the GPS signal, which is 100% true. However, I've used tinfoil before, and it doesn't work as well as the method I'm about to show you. So what I do is I get my Apple laptop, and I take my laptop and I put my phone under my laptop at night while I'm on Pokemon Go. So I'll turn on Pokemon Go, and I'll plug in my phone to a power strip to make sure that it doesn't, have a power surge or anything like that. It has happened before where I plugged it straight into the wall and my phone still shut off because there was a little bit of a surge. So definitely I recommend a power strip. I'll plug my phone into the power strip. The screen is on all night. The game is running all night because it's plugged in, and I have that setting in the developer option saying, keep me awake all night. So that's what happens. Now I put this under my computer, my Mac laptop, and then it's walking constantly throughout the night. So the Mac, for some reason, it might be the metal in it, it might be some sort of interference with my laptop, that it messes with the GPS signal just enough where you're going to continuously walk around, but you're not going to get like GPS signal not found. So the GPS signal is still found, it's just kind of spotty, so the character still walks around, which works out really, really well. So what I do is I put my phone under my computer, but my phone is old, and also I recommend this for anybody who's going to do this method. If you have your phone under something like a computer or something heavy, it's much more likely to overheat. Now, to prevent it from overheating, what you want to do is you want to get one of those like fan things, the cooling desk fan things that I have here, as you can see. And basically what this does is you can put it on your lap, whatever, you plug it into your computer, and it has fans on it to blow underneath the computer. Now, we're not cooling down the computer. The computer is basically off. However, we are making sure the phone doesn't overheat by having this on. So you put the phone on top of this fan, this desk setup, then you put the computer on top of that. You plug your fan desk setup into the computer so it charges, because that's basically how it works. They use a USB and it charges through your computer. Make sure your computer is plugged into the power strip, make sure your phone is plugged into the power strip, and then boom, you have the perfect setup. Your phone will stay on all night and it'll stay cool, so it won't overheat, it won't shut off, you won't be in danger of, having your phone turn off in the middle of the night or losing any data or anything, because your phone will stay cool, and you'll actually be able to collect more kilometers for your eggs and your buddy Pokemon by having the computer on top to disrupt the GPS signal. Now again, I'm not sure exactly how this would work with the iPhone, but I will try and figure out a method for that when I do have access to one. So that's basically it. That's basically my little tip and my little update for Reversal's little tip as well. I was thinking of doing a video on this a while ago before Reversal did anything, but decided it probably wasn't, anything to show. But once he showed his, and I saw a lot of people that were trying it and stuff, I wanted to give my take on it, just so you knew kind of how I got so many kilometers. Again, this doesn't work all the time. Now, there are nights where I'll walk 0.1 kilometer. And then there are nights like last night where I walk almost 12 kilometers. So it really does depend on what happens. Unfortunately for me, last night I only had 2 eggs to hatch, but it still does work a lot. 90% of the time, I will say I walk at least 1 kilometer or 2. And usually when I'm going to bed and I have eggs that have about 3 kilometers out of the 5, let's say, I know that they're probably going to hatch by the morning. So that's a pretty cool trick to do. Again, that's how you get to the settings. If you saw Reversal's video, you probably knew how to do that anyway, but again, this is my take, and again, I know I've repeated myself a million times, and this video is already much longer than I thought, but thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, Reversal, for shouting me out. There's a lot more content to come, and I can't wait to share that stuff with you. So, like this video if if you're happy about subscribing to my channel. I know I'm happy that you did. Comment down below. Let me know if you've tried this method and if it works, and some of the other questions I asked previously, which I can't remember right now. And subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much again. As always, stay dorky.